What do they call us back in the 90s? Stupid.
Things that you did not know about Michael Jackson's Thriller.
Such a sweet album.
So it was released on November 29th, 1982. It is considered the highest selling album of all time, sold more than 120 million copies, although those numbers are always kind of iffy when it comes to, you know, exactly how many have been sold, and especially now where most people are streaming music. They've always tried to figure out, okay, so what would be the equivalent of streaming songs off an album to selling an album, and that's always been one of those things that's up in the air. But yeah, this is arguably the best-selling album of all time. Did you know the title of Michael Jackson's Thriller was almost Midnight Man?
Midnight Man.
Quincy,
Sounds like a country album. Sorry.
It does. Quincy Jones asked songwriter Rod Temperton to come up with a name. Temperton came up with hundreds of options before zeroing in on Midnight Man. However, one morning he woke up and just Thriller popped into his head, and he envisioned seeing that word on the top of the charts, and so they went with the title of Thriller.
Hey, premonition, man. You know what I always think about when somebody brings up Michael Jackson is that in Hot Tub Time Machine, where the guy goes, "Quick, is Michael Jackson black or white?"
Yeah. Oh, Craig Ferguson. Oh, that's one of my favorite movies, dude. That's a movie. I've been thinking about doing something. I'm glad that you brought this up while we take put a pin in Michael Jackson's Thriller really quick. Because something that I've thought about doing is almost like a Brandalorian movie club for 2025. Because I started this with where I was trying to think of my top 5 movies, and somehow there was a lot more than 5 in my top 5.
Yeah, there always is.
So what I'm thinking of doing is maybe in 2025, let me know in the comments if you guys are up for this. Is one of the things that I want to do is I want to create a weekly movie club. And you don't have to watch all of the movies, but every
like
week
Oprah?
I'm gonna recommend a movie. Something that I thoroughly enjoy, and we can talk about it on the live stream. I'll post about it on social media and so on and so forth. So if that's something you guys are up for, let me know. Also, make sure you guys are liking and subscribing.
Oprah Lorian.
So Oprah Lorian, there you go. You get a movie. You get a movie. You get a Brandalorian sticker. So going back to Michael Jackson's Thriller. So the album was almost titled Midnight Man. The song was also originally called Starlight Sun.
Oh, I was hoping Smoking Man. Been like Midnight Man, Smoking Man.
It's Starlight Sun. Like that's legitimately how that song went.
It sounds. Yep.
Now the video for Thriller was shown in theaters, so it could qualify for an Oscar. Oh. For 1 week, it was shown in Westwood, California, as the opening to Disney.
What year was that?
At 1982.
Oh, I wouldn't know.
Disney's Fantasia.
Oh, bad.
Because that, they would re-release that in theaters every so often, and that was one of the years. Parents were not happy that they took their kids to go see Fantasia, and that video
Michael Jackson
played.
shows up.
Yeah.
A bunch of zombies. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That music video as a kid freaked the living crap out of me.
I've told this story multiple times, so if you've heard it, I apologize. But legitimately, when I was 2-3 years old, I can still envision it. It was the original house that I grew up in. If MTV was on and the video came on, I just ran out of the room. Like I didn't change the channel. I didn't do anything else. I legitimately ran out of the room into the kitchen, which really wasn't that far away. There were adjoining rooms. And I just hid under the kitchen table like this. And so
like
my mom always knew when Thriller came on because little Brandon was like this.
It's like me with Fresh Prince Freddy Krueger song. I'd just leave my room. And my mom would always go, "You just turn your radio off."
I just envisioned Frank just like getting up and walking out. It's like,
yeah, I did. Just like, nope, not doing it.
So there are a few things that are borrowed for the album of Thriller. The Mama Say, Mama Sa, Mama Kusa was borrowed from a song called Soul Makossa. I don't know if I pronounced that right.
Soul Makossa?
The words were changed slightly. A lawsuit was filed, and it was eventually settled out of court.
High and fly.
And also, according to Daryl Hall of Hall & Oates, Michael Jackson approached them during the recording of
We Are the World.
There you go, Frank! Big score!
I was just thinking it's like Hall & Oates were 10 times better in the 70s than they were when they went into the 80s. Like their look and everything in the 70s was so much better than what they transferred to in the 80s.
So if you
I was thinking about that.
So if you didn't know this, that like there had been talk about Billie Jean ripping off I Can't Go For That.
Okay.
And according to Jackson, Daryl Hall had come up to them during the recording of We Are the World to say, yeah, we totally used the bass line from your song. Like, we totally did that. And finally, the video for Beat It caused a major clash between CBS Records and MTV. At the time, MTV claimed that they only showed rock videos, while there were others who claimed that they were just being racist.
Mm-hmm.
CBS Records president Walter Yetnikoff threatened to pull all the label's videos off of the struggling cable network. Because, MTV was just starting out at that time.
Right.
So Beat It ended up getting shown a couple of times a day and quickly became put in the heavy rotation because people liked it.